Washington. President Donald Trump on Wednesday embraced legislation from two Republican senators that would place new limits on legal immigration and seek to create a system based more on merit and skills than family ties. Trump joined with Sens. David Perdue of Georgia and Tom Cotton of Arkansas to trumpet the bill, which has so far gained little traction in the Senate. The president said if approved, the measure would represent the most significant reform to our immigration system in half a century. The president has made cracking down on illegal immigration a hallmark of his administration and has tried to slash federal grants for cities that refuse to comply with federal efforts to detain and deport those living in the country illegally. But he has also vowed to make changes to the legal immigration system, arguing that immigrants compete with Americans for much-needed jobs and drive wages down. Trump's public support of the bill puts him at the center of efforts to make changes to the legal immigration system, with a focus on a skills-based system that the bill's supporters say would make the U.S. more competitive, raise wages and create jobs. Perdue and Cotton introduced the legislation in February. It would change the 1965 law to reduce the number of legal immigrants, limiting the number of people able to obtain green cards to join families already in the United States. The bill would also aim to slash the number of refugees in half and eliminate a program that provides visas to countries with low rates of immigration. Cotton told reporters the bill would double the number of green cards available to high-skilled workers and would not affect other high-skilled worker visa programs such as H-1B and H-2B visas. The Trump Organization has asked for dozens of H-2B visas for foreign workers at two of Trump's private clubs in Florida, including his Mar-a-Lago resort. The White House said that only 1 in 15 immigrants comes to the U.S. because of their skills, and the current system fails to place a priority on highly skilled immigrants. But the Senate has largely ignored the measure, with no other lawmaker signing on as a co-sponsor. GOP leaders have showed no inclination to vote on immigration this year, and Democrats quickly dismissed it. The bottom line is to cut immigration by 500,000 people. Legal immigration doesn't make much sense, said Senate Democratic leader Charles Schumer of New York, who called it a non-starter. Trump said the bill would create a new points-based system for applicants seeking to become legal permanent residents, or green card holders, favoring those who can speak English, financially support themselves and offer skills that would contribute to the U.S. economy. A little more than 1 million green cards were issued in 2015. In a nod to his outreach to blue-collar workers during the campaign, Trump said the measure would prevent new immigrants from collecting welfare and help U.S. workers by reducing the number of unskilled laborers entering the U.S. This legislation demonstrates our compassion for struggling American families who deserve an immigration system that puts their needs first and puts America first, Trump said during an event in the White House's Roosevelt Room. During a much-hyped speech last August in Phoenix, Trump talked tough on illegal immigration, warning that no one who entered the country illegally would be safe from deportation. Lost in the bluster was a vow to reform the legal immigration system to serve the best interests of America and its workers. Within just a few years, immigration as a share of national population is set to break all historical records, he said at the time, arguing that immigration levels should be kept within historical norms as a share of population and that immigrants should be selected based on the likelihood of success in the U.S. society, based on merit, skill and proficiency. Some immigrant advocates have criticized the proposal, saying that slashing legal immigration would hurt industries like agriculture and harm the economy. Our system is broken, but the response should be to modernize it, not take a sledgehammer to it, said Jeremy Robbins, executive director of New American Economy, a group of business leaders, mayors and others backed by former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg that advocates for comprehensive immigration reform. Associated Press writers Erica Werner and Donna Casata contributed to this report. Follow Ken Thomas at http://twitter.com, Thomas and Jill Colvin at twitter.com @Colvinge.